So, hey everybody, this is Jack Music greeting you with lots of aloha. And it is Saturday, January 1st, 2022. And it is about 2:28 p.m. So, first little farm progress video of the year. I'm over here kind of at an area called the landing pad, which is by the creek. The grass is, well, I'll show you another time. I got it trimmed on the other side, but this last section I'm still sort of clearing. And down here is where the waterfall is. Can't really see it from here, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna put in I've already got kind of a storage tent over here, but maybe at some point this year I'll put in like an actual legit shed to use, because this is one corner of the compact farm. But for a while, we had heavy rains in December, as reported on earlier, and we've had heavy rains off and on. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day today to start in the new year. But over here at the creek, the rains have come down a little bit, but you can see where we've got some dam issues and where we've got this tree that's fallen across the creek here. But over here, it's really plugging things up. There are parts of the creek here and elsewhere where you can kind of see how high the water got by where things have been washed down and where debris is washed up. So this has caused me to kind of add to my own farming theory. Of course, I'm reading books on farming and getting magazines, and always reading the local magazine from the KTA grocery store on Hawaii farms, and I'm always learning. And even when you just see another farm or see a garden, often you get good ideas. So I kind of have my own farming theory based upon my own experience in the last year and previous years and what I've studied. And the aspect of that farming theory that I talk about today is watershed management and erosion control. I've seen how there's been erosion and how the water has flowed on my compact farm the first year. And I remembered my grandfather's ranch in Oklahoma when I was young, and once I helped him with erosion control. We cut branches from the woods that bordered on the pastures of his property, and we put those branches in ditches to catch the dirt and to kind of control the erosion there. And so I can see how erosion control and watershed management is something the farmer kind of always has to think about or has to be aware of. And part of my regular farming practice or ideas is you got to just survey. You kind of walk around and look at the land and notice anything. And I noticed this dam, which was worse. Now, since the water has gone down a little bit, I can clear it out a bit so that there's not this buildup of water here, and so the hillside doesn't erode too quickly. It'll be more contained in the creek as it is in other spots. So yeah, that's my journal entry or ramble for the day. And I'm going to clear this out. Just going to work a little bit for today, just so there's a little progress. And oh yeah, and one more note, like in the survey, because it was just yesterday I was kind of walking around and surveying, and this is the corner of my electric fence here. I've got it along the ridge line here above the waterfall. And you can see a hog wallow here, right below the fence. The fence is kind of temporary here until I get the pigs under control. So this way they're out of this section of the landing pad. but I haven't cleared them off of this lower section yet. So I'll work on the fence that's down there below, and then I can connect this electric fence to it and make sure I've got all the pigs cleared off completely before I get a more permanent kind of fencing situation here. But when you have an electric fence, you definitely got to survey sometimes and just see if it's like on the edge of the jungle here. You might have a branch that has fallen over it, and then the wire is grounded and on the ground, or part of the fence can come down from either trees or from pigs. And when I checked yesterday, part of the wire was on the ground here because they had tested the fence. They really like this hog wallow, so I don't want to be too mean, you know, but I need to get them under control. So I may take the fence down this way to connect it to the other section, and then gradually, and then look for holes in the older section of the fence and get the pigs completely out of this section of the farm. But in the survey I saw where they had tested the fence, so they'd broken like 1 or 2 of the zip ties, and then the wire fell down and was on the ground. So it was a quick fix. But if I had not done that survey, if I hadn't have checked things out really quick, I wouldn't have seen that. So surveying things and just taking a look around to see if there's anything you need to be aware of is always a good thing a necessary thing in one's, or at least in my farming practice. And here we are above where we were below on the creek. And looking down. So again, here too, maybe eventually I'll clear out some of the stuff that's over the top of the creek. It's looking pretty good here. Been able to observe the erosion. Over the past month, there's been a lot of rain, but as far as overall management, this creek is, overall watershed management, the creek is doing pretty good. So yeah, definitely this video was a little longer than I prefer. I feel like I rambled a bit. I hope it was beneficial for somebody out there to listen to. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. My name is Jack Music, wishing you lots of aloha in the new year, and many blessings.